Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm flying the F-16C, which is just really fun to play. It's got great missiles, great avionics, great radar, just everything about it. Removing the G limiter is, just makes it even more overpowered than it already is. In my opinion, it didn't really need to happen. And since this aircraft has come out, they've added some new features, mainly the HMD, which is really, I'm so glad it works for VR, because I'm pretty sure VR is more of an afterthought currently for War Thunder, but I'm glad they're doing something about that. We also have, the joystick. It's I kind of have my setup based on the F-16C, like having the off-center joystick, and obviously the throttle on the left-hand side. I've got rudder pedals too. I don't know why it has that night vision symbol on the bottom. I can't seem to get rid of it. If you guys know how to, then feel free to let me know. You've got obviously the radar on the left hand side and the RWR. VR ergonomics for me is just, a plus. Here we go, here's the HMD. It's got everything I need. It's got the directional, like who's looking on me on the top left and where I'm looking from the little gap in the circle. That's where I'm looking currently, on my back right. You've obviously got on the right hand side the altitude. That's obviously probably from sea level. Got the bearings on the bottom. Left hand side is your speed, currently 0 obviously. I don't know what arm is. I'm guessing that's my missile that is armed. It's not really a War Thunder thing to worry about anyway. But yeah, you can see that I'm looking at the lights. That's where I'm looking at exactly, in the center of that reticle. And yeah, it's very accurate. Like, where I'm looking is exactly where I'm pointing to with the lights. But without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please subscribe, and yeah, take care. Just before I take off, I see something interesting. An F-14 flying straight over. That's definitely going to increase morale. Such a lovely aircraft.
Over G, pull up, pull up.
So this is shortly after taking off, maybe a few minutes in.
Over G.
So yeah, on my RWR display, on my HMD, I'm seeing a MiG-29 and a MiG-23. So obviously, I'm going balls to the wall and going to instigate this. I figured I would just want to get into some action early. Probably a bit too aggressive, if you ask me, but I just want to see what this thing can do. Yep, just keeping track, seeing what the vehicle is, what the aircraft is on my RWR. It's a bit nerve-wracking flying over water because it's very easy to spot targets flying over water. So just keep that in mind when your feet is wet, aka flying over water. Still nothing so far, but I'm still going in the general direction.
9 o'clock.
Up until now,
flare.
hard left, so I was going towards the MiG-23 and kind of cut across, and now I was on side aspect to the MiG-29. Looks like a body was flaring. At this point, I realised my flares weren't binded, so I'm just panicking. I don't really know what to do. Luckily, the missile didn't get me or was going for someone else. I fired the AIM-9M, hoping it's going to hit before he fires one. Boom. MiG-29, just like that. I think that flare spam earlier saved my life because I wasn't using flares. But time to book it as always. As I've realised my flares aren't working, I am just panicking, booking it away, trying to get back to base. In my head, I think I'm currently in Top Gun, in that, the valley run scene, just going left and right. Don't know if it's too practical, but, it looks cool. It feels cool too, especially in VR. That immersion, Also, another reason why I'm running away is because I know that MiG-23 is around somewhere, so I don't want to risk getting shot down. It's better to play it safe, even though that whole thing that I just did earlier with that MiG-29 kill, I completely disregarded my safety in that instance.
Roll left.
moments later, I'm just flying low, as per usual. I see something on my RWR, which is a MiG-29. Currently the biggest threat.
Over G. Roll left. Roll left. Lock. Lock. Pull up.
I'm just firing off my Sparrows as soon as I can. Maybe I can get a lucky kill. It's way harder to do, obviously, at low altitude. That one did not track.
Lock.
Fire again.
Pull up.
I now see him visually, but obviously that missile did not track.
Attention to the map.
Getting ready for my sidewinders now. Fox 2 and splash.
Over G.
That's a good kill. He's critical currently, but I should get the kill.
Over G. Pull up.
I'm now in a comfortable position in a valley. This is where it gets juicy now.
Over G. Pull up.
Straight after that MiG-23 kill, a MiG-29 is looking onto me.
Pull up.
I'm panicking at this point.
Over G. Over G.
I try not to panic, obviously.
Pull up.
I see that trail. I thought I was going to crash here, but
Over G.
I managed to evade that missile by going so low and nearly dying in the process.
Altitude.
We now go into a merge.
Over G.
Starting to get very intense here now.
Over G. Over G.
That was most likely an R27. Lucky to have survived that.
Pull up.
That split-second decision to go just behind the mountain. Nearly went headfirst into it though.
Over G. Over G. Over G. AOA.
Flaring, especially the new meta missiles,
AOA.
the IR missiles, it's
Critical
way
speed.
easier to do in sim, I
Critical
think,
speed.
because you can obviously
AOA.
just flick left and right on your
AOA.
joystick and you can evade them.
AOA.
If you're just going a single trajectory, just you're banking left constantly, that missile's
AOA.
going to track. By having the joystick to, you know, kind of jink essentially, just move left and right very fast and flare, it's very easy to evade these R73s. Coupled with the fact that you can actually just see the missile, it's very easy to dodge them, or flare them, sorry. I'm now in a rate fight. I'm watching my speed currently. I'm not pulling too hard. I'm just
AOA.
wanting to increase my speed
AOA.
while still turning.
AOA.
This put me in a comfortable position.
Lock. AOA. AOA.
Firing that missile now.
Lock.
Missed that one, but hopefully this one hits.
3 o'clock. Low.
He was
Shot
never going to flare that.
Shot
He was just turning
Low.
left
Missile.
and not
AOA.
changing direction.
AOA.
He was never going to get flared. GG. Essentially straight after this kill, I'm
Pull
already
up.
seeing stuff on my radar.
Pull up.
Cover me!
Basically 3 targets in a short span of time. Yeah, it's just now popped up on my left. I'm now banking to see if I can see him. It's very close as well, according to the radar.
Pull up.
I now have a visual reference. That ring around that target as I've locked around him. I know where he is specifically. Looks like he's trying to shoot one of my buddies down.
Over G.
Successfully, it may seem.
Over G. Over G.
Attention to the map!
Lock.
At this point, I'm going for guns.
Over G.
I've got 1 missile left, which just fails to track.
Shot flare. Low.
Typical.
Missile. Pull up. Pull up. Over G. Over G.
So now my only option is a gun kill.
Over G.
He's
Over
using
G.
blue smoke because he's most likely playing with a buddy, and
Over
for
G.
visual reference
Over
for
G.
his buddy to aid
Over
him,
G. Over G.
he know the enemy is going to be me because I'm the one that's not using the smoke. backing out here.
Over G.
My aim is
Air
also
brake
poor.
on. Air brake on. Over G. Over G. Over G. Over G.
Hello,
Over G.
Phantom.
Over G. Over G.
Nice. Splash 3
Over G.
on that particular
Over G.
engagement. So I'll leave you guys with a landing. Feel free to subscribe,
Air brake
comment,
on.
all of that jazz. Any feedback is greatly appreciated. Some of you guys wanted me to talk more, so here's my voice. Anything else I could do to improve, if you could let me know, I'd appreciate that. Any specific sort of content or aircraft you'd like to see, feel free to drop a comment down below. Take care, guys.